Roseanne in the Philippines writes to me, "Thanks for sharing your knowledge on YouTube." My pleasure. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate all that you do, and I would like to ask if you have recommended books or anything to learn about amplifiers, or where do I start at least? I really want to learn about this stuff, and I admire you a lot. Thanks so much. Well, my pleasure. It really depends on what it is you want to learn. If you want to learn how amplifiers work from a technical standpoint, there are a number of really good books out there that'll get you started. I don't have a specific recommendation because I don't know the level of your technical abilities. There are literally hundreds of books that you can learn basic electronics on, that you can start to get a feel for analog electronics, but it's such a huge field. Now, if your question is more, how do I get into this? How do I learn about all this stuff? Speakers, amplifiers, high-end audio? Well, I've got a great set called the Audiophile's Guide, 10 books, and you can choose which one. There's books on amps, on digital, on vinyl. Robert Harley, my good friend Robert Harley, who's the main editor at the Absolute Sound magazine, has written two books, one on home theater and one on high-end audio, and it's the High-End Audio Guide. And just look up Robert Harley, and it's a beautifully written, well-researched book that I highly recommend. Jim Smith, Get Better Sound. So those three books, or the set of books that I have, would be a great place to start to learn all about this wonderful hobby of ours. And I appreciate anybody wanting to dive in deeper and to learn about it, because this is different. This is new. It's not new, but it's, to many people, it's new. So I think what we do here is so special, to be able to create a three-dimensional holographic image that is back here of musicians. How special is that? How cool is that? Most of us treat music as something in the background. Maybe we really crank it up and listen to it in our cars or in our personal headphones. I mean, today I see the kids walking around with headphones and they're listening to music, which is great, because at the end of the day, it's all about music. But there's something special about high-end audio. And if you've watched these, I'm one of the biggest advocates of high-end audio. And to the day I drop, I'll be pitching this, because it is so cool. And when you find something so cool, you want to be able to share it. I'll give you a good example. We spent some time out in Las Vegas, which, I've been to so many shows at Las Vegas. Not shows, but hi-fi shows. Years and years and years of hi-fi shows. And I'm like, oh God, Vegas. I know, maybe you live there, but for me, it's just a little over the top. It's actually a lot over the top. 2 or 3 days there, and I am ready to go home. But recently, Terry, my oldest son, Lon, and myself went to meet in Vegas. He had a show to go to, and we wanted to catch up. And we went to the Sphere. That's this giant bubble. It's like a giant neon sign. And you go inside of this thing, a lot of live concerts there. And I have to say, it was perhaps the most extraordinary experience I have ever had in a single sitting. It was so extraordinary that I would likely, if someone wanted to, go back, hop on a Southwest flight, Denver to Las Vegas, grab a bite of lunch, head to the Sphere, watch an hour show, get back on a plane and go home. That experience was just remarkable. And we just saw a movie. I think it was called Postcard from Earth. Just stunning. And I'm not going to rail on too much, but 360 degrees. They spent $2 billion building this place. I mean, I got to tell you what was kind of weird. Here, $2 billion, the 165,000 square foot video screen that covers the whole thing, probably one of the worst environmentally sensitive places on the planet. I mean, you couldn't pick some place that is more environmentally bad than this. And the film was all about how we should be caring about the earth and its environment. But all that said, it was just remarkable. And how did we get onto this? Oh, someone wanted to know about books, and here I am off on a thing. All right, the Audiophiles Guide, my 10-book series, Robert Harley's book, and Jim Smith's book. Any one of those three are going to be wonderful for you to try and get into the joy of everything we do here. All right, take it easy. Bye.